I will be doing a quick tank review for the PZ34. This vehicle, for the short amount of time that I had it for, this is a very good vehicle to use as long as you play it very carefully, as it can be killed easily enough. But I will touch upon that later on. This vehicle, for all intended purposes, it is made up of parts from the PD3 and 4, as it shown in the details here. The tank was intended to use parts and components of the PD3 and 4. This was a blueprint tank only. This vehicle, it is relatively good for a medium tank. It had the speed, a relatively okay gun, a good rate of fire. The armor, it is mediocre. Let's get to the stats of the vehicle now. The vehicle, when it is fully upgraded, for the most part it is pretty good, except for the armor, but you will get used to that. Hit points, it is 440 hit points. That is not a lot, so you can be killed easily enough. HE rounds, if they hit you, they can do a lot of damage to you, especially howitzers. Howitzers, if they are a high enough tier in a match, which would be most tier 6 and 7 howitzers, they can potentially one-shot you. Would it be artillery, TD, and heavy, so be careful about that. This vehicle, for being up to 28 tons, my setup, it is about 25 tons, which means with the top engine, the 585 horsepower engine, I will have a very good horsepower to ton ratio when it comes to acceleration. Watch out for the engine fires, 20%. My horsepower to ton ratio, it is about 23.5 horsepower to 1 ton, which means this tank, it is very fast, so you can easily reach the top speed of 55 kilometers easily enough. The hull and turret traverse is very good. The turret traverse, it is better though. The hull, it is 36 degrees, which means if a enemy tank, it is flanking you, most of the time you can easily turn the hull and the turret around quickly enough. The armor, unfortunately, it is not that good. It have a lot of glaring weak parts, such as the machine gun part, the vision part here, the Kapla, and etc. The engine here, if you hit it from the side and rear, this vehicle can be set on fire easily enough. The armor, it is 60 in the front, 60 on the side, rear 40. The turret, it is 50 side, 30 rear 30. Even with the angling of the armor, from the front side, most of the rounds are going to penetrate you. The good thing about the armor here is that if you angle the armor just right, you can actually get some ricochet with the front angle plate here. The gun itself, it is okay. This is the same 75 millimeter L48 gun that it is used on the other mediums. in the game. Rate of fire, it is relatively good. 14 rounds per a minute. The pen and damage, it is okay. It could be better, it could be worse. So most of the time, if you know where you are hitting the enemy tank, you can pen it. The 14 rounds per a minute means you can potentially do a lot of damage in the tank. And in the replay, which I will show you later on, I will show you how easily you can do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. The accuracy, it is okay, 0.39. The aiming time is good, 2.3 seconds. The gun depression, it is okay, 6 degrees downward, which you can sort of hill fight with this if you must. The gun elevation upward, it is 17 degrees. Before I continue to the rest of the stats, due to the thin armor, the crew and the modules can be damaged easily enough. The loading time for my crew I have, which is not fully trained, my loading time, it is underneath 5 seconds, which is good. The turret traverse, it is 53 degrees, so the turret can turn around quickly enough if it must. The view range, it is okay, 320. You can increase this even more with coated optics or binocular telescopes. The radio range, it is very good on this vehicle. You have a 710 meter single range. Let's cover the research part of this vehicle now. The research for this tank, it is a easy tank to go through if you went through certain lights, most mediums, and certain TDs. To mount all of the equipment onto the tank, you will have to research and mount the top pair of tracks. The top pair of tracks will give you a better hold traverse from 34 to 36. The engines. The first engine, it is okay. It will allow you to get from point A to point B quickly enough. Getting the second engine upgrade will give you a better horsepower to ton ratio, so you can get from place A to place B a little bit more faster. Same thing for the top engine here. The second engine, you should have it already unlocked if you went down the German TD line, the medium line, and even the VK16 uses this engine. All of the engines have a 20% chance of engine fire. Watch out for that. The top engine here will allow you to have the best horsepower to ton. The top engine will allow you to have the best horsepower to ton ratio, which will allow you to race across the map quickly enough. The turrets, you can actually mount the top gun right away without getting the second turret. I would recommend that you actually mount the second turret just for the slightly better stats. When it comes to hit points, the turret traverse from 44 to 54, and the gun handling will be a little bit better. These two guns, you should have them already researched. If you went down the light or the medium line, that actually uses the gun. Both of these guns are the same, except for minor stats differences. When it comes to pen and the accuracy. To get to the VK 3001D, you will need about 27K research and about 900 and you will need 910,000 credits. Let's cover the equipment you are going to be using in the PZ34. The equipment you are going to be using. Before I get to that, let's cover the consumable and the ammo layout. The consumables I would use, it is a first aid kit, a repair kit, and due to the high chance of engine fire, I would go with a manual fire extinguisher. This vehicle carries a lot of ammo, 87 rounds, which means you will never ever run out of ammo in this tank. Unless if the situation is you actually run out of ammo. The majority of the ammo I would use, it is AP to penetrate most vehicles whenever I am aiming at the weak part of the vehicle, a PCR, to penetrate vehicle armor that I have a problem penning. I would carry some HE just in case if I have to shoot at a semi-armor target or just to reset cap. The equipment that I would be using in this tank. To improve the gun aiming time, go with the gun lane drive. To increase the view range, it's up to you. Current optics or the binocular telescopes. To increase the rate of fire and decrease the loading time, go with the gun rammer. And the last piece of equipment, it is vents. Due to the size of the medium tank here, it doesn't have a good camo rating at all. So having a camo net on the vehicle would be a wasted piece of equipment. Now to the pros and cons. As a tier 5 vehicle, you will get yourself into a tier 5 up to tier 7 maximum match, which means how are you going to be playing this vehicle? As a medium tank, you can do quite well in the medium tank whenever you are playing it as a frontline medium tank, as a support vehicle, as a flanking vehicle, and if you must at times, you can play it effectively a bit as a medium to a shorter distance sniper if you must. What is good about this about this vehicle. It is fast. It have a okay gun, which means you can so you can actually potentially actually do a lot of damage with the gun. The vehicle is quite fast, so you can easily reach the top speed easily enough. Remember, speed it is your friend. So moving all of the time it is very important. This vehicle with the angled armor here, you can actually ricochet a good amount of rounds if you are lucky enough. What is bad about the vehicle? Due to the thin armor, the low HP you have, you can be killed easily enough. Be careful about that. The vehicle can be set on fire easily enough. Now, with the in garage review done with, let it go to the replay now. This replay, I will show you how effectively you can use the PZ34 when you're in a Tier 7 match. At the beginning of the replay, watch how fast it takes for me to reach the top speed. Less than a minute, and I reach about 50 kilometers. One part in the replay, I will pause it to show you how you can effectively bounce rounds with the armor. I am right now getting to a good a spot in the front line here. This 34, I tried to aim at it, but missed. A Wolverine hit me. Before I was going downhill, I had my armored angled to the right. Tier 5 and below guns, you can relatively ricochet if you angle the armor well enough. Higher tiers can pen you most of the time. Here I am being careful as I poke out. That shell missed. I switched to a PCR to make sure my rounds are going to penetrate and hit. I poke out, shoot this T-3485, fall back, and do the dance again. Now, we are winning this. With the momentum our team have, we went down to finish the 85 off there. I switch back to AP round as I can pen most of the tier 5s, and the 6s I will encounter. The 7s I have to use a PCR if I want to pen. This Hellcat, my allies here, help me take care of it. I drove accidentally into the ELC there. Coming up within a minute or so, This is where I made the mistake. I wasn't being careful enough, especially the heavies in the city supporting their ally in the field. The KV1 there, seeing it is by itself for the most part, I switched to APCR to make sure my rounds are going to pen. I log onto the KV and move around to circle around it. Unfortunately, when the KV shot me, there I finished the KV1 off. For the most part, TL6s and TL7s you can easily kill, assuming you are aiming at the weak part whenever you are shooting AP, APCR, or even HE. Let's go to the garage to do a brief recap. Before I do that, I did a good amount of damage in this replay and block some damage. I blocked about 100 damage, and I did potentially up to 1100 damage. Let's go to the garage now. Let's do a brief recap on the PZ34. This vehicle overall, it is okay. It is not that good nor bad. You have a relatively good gun, so in theory you can potentially do a lot of damage. The vehicle have a very good horsepower to ton ratio, which means you can easily reach the top speed of 55 kilometers easily enough. This vehicle you can do moderately well in if you play it very carefully. Remember, due to the paper thin armor and the moderate amount of hit points you have, you can be killed easily enough. Overall, this vehicle, as long as you play it carefully enough, you can do quite well in most matches that you actually use it in. This vehicle, you can keep it if you want to. This vehicle is a good tier 5 medium tank to use at this tier, as it have a relatively good gun and it's a fast medium, as long as you play it carefully enough. I hope that you learn a thing or two about the PZ34. If you like this video, leave a comment, a like, and even follow my channel as well. Good luck on the battlefield, everyone.